I said what I was gonna do, and I promised a review of this, and I am gonna do it. My review of the G1 Climax, the finals of it. A lot of things. I said I was gonna do this review. I said this yesterday in my Raw review. I just kind of find it funny though that we end this G1 tournament only for WWE to start a tournament right now with the King of the Ring after just watching this tournament for the past month. But usually I would skip the tag matches and stuff, but I'm glad I didn't because there's a lot of interesting developments, some shocking developments on New Japan, some interesting angles, and some feuds being set up right now. And it was kind of good to see everybody else kind of back on this tour that wasn't on the tour for the G1 itself. But I'm glad I did sit through this show. The final night in the Budokan. And like I said, I saw this Monday in the afternoon. I didn't stay up all night to watch it because I could not get through SummerSlam in that. But of course, Kevin Kelly, Rocky Romero, and Chris Charlton were on commentary. We did kick it off with the Young Boys. It was a Young Boy match, pretty much the LA Dojo versus the New Japan Dojo. Because I will say, I've been seeing what they've been doing with the Young Boys in these tag matches. Some of the tag matches, but to what I've seen from the American ones that are being trained in LA by Shibata, these guys are good. I will say that. Clark Connors and Carl Fredericks versus Ren Narita and Yota Tsuji, because I wanted to see just the American Young Boys versus the New Japan Young Boys, not with any of the bigger stars being involved, but just see what they could do. I wanted to see these guys go against each other, and it was pretty good. I liked it. It ended up with what was it, Connors? Pretty much. I think he made Tsuji tap out with the Boston Crab. I think that's the basic finisher for one of the basic finishers for Young Boys though is a Boston Crab. And what was interesting to me after that was that when the Americans and the Japanese ones started fighting each other, the other Young Boys got in to try to break it up. Next thing you know, the other Japanese ones to fight with the American Young Boys. Then one of them suplexed I don't know if it was Connors in that, but he suplexed one to the ground. It was a big argument from this. So I did kind of like this since it's like a feud going on with both of these dojos right now. So that did interest me. I know they were putting the Americans over big time with Connors and Frederick, saying that they need to start booking these guys for independent shows. They are great though. I will say that. To what I've seen from them, I like these guys. I didn't know much about them. I did see the docu-series with Shibata, which they had on New Japan World. Well, it's on YouTube also, but just him, picking these guys and training them and stuff for several months, and finally getting their feet wet. I know they did it when they were in the San Francisco show, but actually getting their feet wet now with other New Japan talent and stuff during this G1 tour was, kind of proves something that Shibata did good in training them. So these guys are good, real good, and I do look forward to seeing more of them in the future. Whenever they push them into something. But so what I've seen right now and through this tour, throughout the entire run for G1, these guys are good. I like them. Next though, Jushin Thunder Liger continuing his retirement tour. So he was on the show. He was on one part of this tour. I remember he tagged with Ibushi probably about a month ago because I think Ospreay was getting checked out for his neck. But he tagged with Jeff Cobb and Tiger Mask versus Suzuki-gun, Taichi, Lance Archer, and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I did kind of like what they did to Everybody Dies. Mio Abe kind of did it too, so I thought that was pretty funny. But, this match wasn't much to say. Just a tag match. Ended up with Cobb hitting Tour of the Islands on Kanemaru for the win. And, of course, Liger taking his final bow in the Budokan, because that's what he's been doing throughout pretty much the entire year, doing all the shows, making one last trip to all these cities, from the Korakuen Hall to Osaka, everything, just taking just doing what he can to wind down his career for Wrestle Kingdom next year when he retires. So the fans just, still getting to see Jushin Thunder Liger while he's still here. I know he's on commentary for the New Japan also. I mean, it's the Japanese side, but just to see him in the ring. Fans just get a treat of seeing him just, for his final year in professional wrestling. So that continues. Next, Will Ospreay and Roppongi 3K, Show and Yo back on this tour. Back for this show at least, versus we obviously Show and Yo sister, the Dallas show, to be honest. They went against Bullet Club. Taiji Ishimori, one half of the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Champions, with El Phantasmo, so at least he was back for this night. Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi with the bunny. I'm sure everyone loves the bunny, his dancer, Peter. You gotta give a clap to that, man. They zoom in on that ass. I love it. It's excellent. Excellent, I say. But that was safe for this. The tag match ended up with Ospreay hitting the Stormbreaker on Takahashi for the win. So it was pretty good for that too. Next was Juice Robinson and Toa Henare versus Jon Moxley and Shooter there, Shota Umino. It's going to be a shame when Moxley has to leave Japan after this and, kind of go back to... We all know he's going to be in AEW on the 31st in Chicago and everything, but I wish he could bring Shota Umino with him, though. Shooter there, just go on excursion with him and bring him to America. But I don't think New Japan and AEW have a, partnership together. So I think this may be kind of the last time you see these tag. But I've enjoyed them throughout the tour. I've enjoyed it. Okay, it's very funny with these two, especially with Moxley just talking like, "Listen, I'm gonna teach you something," and him just holding the title up, and even he had the Death Rider jacket on, doing the pose Moxley did too. I thought that was fun. Like Shooter is over. Okay, I'll give Moxley one thing. He got this guy over. And this kid's gonna be a star, okay? He's a young boy, but he is going to be a star. Moxley, he's giving him a big push. You gotta admit that, people. But yeah, it has been fun with him, both of those guys. But just to say about this tag match, it was just kind of whatever. Henare hit the toe bomb on Umino for the win, but I think most of it was after the match that really mattered, because Moxley just looked at Robinson. And he got back in the ring and got face to face with him with the IWGP US title. He hit Robinson with it and then pretty much took out Henare with a Death Rider. Mox pretty much, got a table in from under the ring and said like that Juice is like a 1990s jazzercise class. So he was gonna toughen him up. He hit him with a Uranagi through the table. And Moxley bowed to the ring, pretty much back in and bowed all 4 times. I think this is the last time you're gonna see him in New Japan for a while. And pretty much he took Umino and they went to the back then. So at least this builds up more until whatever their next match will be for the IWGP US title. I don't know when that will be, but sooner or later. But at least they built something into it. Next, Los Ingobernables de Japón, Evil, Bushi, Sanada, Tagagi, Yi, Naito versus Hiroki Goto, Toriano, Tomoaki Hamna, Togi Makabe back on this tour, and Raizuke Taguchi. I forgot they were the 6-man Nova Openweight champions, so they were back. Just once again, another good tag match. I will say that. Pretty much kind of mattered after, because Sonata did pick the win doing the moonsault on Hamna, and then pretty much after the match that, I know the commentary team was talking about Sonata getting a title shot sooner or later, at least since he did beat Okada in the tour and everything. And pretty much talked about how all the LIJ members did in the G1 tournament itself. I'll save my comments for that end when we get to the end of the review about this whole tour, this whole tournament in general. So I thought about going into the finals when we get to that, because I was disappointed myself, kind of what happened in these past few days as G1 leading into the final. But Sonata did put his fist up first, as everyone else did, to, show solidarity. Still them being in, Los Ingobernables de Japón. So, like I said, they all put their fists up, and there you go. So say still one of the best factions in this company right now. I agree myself. So, yeah, LIJ, they did that. Kenta, Tomohiro Ishii, and Yoshihashi versus Girls of Destiny, who they just came back from, I guess, I didn't think they were going to be on this show, but, just back a few days ago with, going against the Briscoes in that ladder war on Ring of Honor. And Bad Luck Fale, they went against them, the Bullet Club. Pretty much throughout this match, this was very important. This was like one of the biggest parts of the show that I was very shocked at. Because as this match went on, Ishii was trying to get a tag. But before he could get to Kenta, Kenta dropped to the floor and looked on. And as the match continued, Ishii had pretty much fought doing what he could. Kenta came back in the ring. He hit Ishii with a psycho knee and then a GTS. Tama Tonga got the cover as he looked at Kenta while smiling. And as they start beating up Yoshihashi, then the young boys tried to get in and stop it, but they couldn't do it. Kenta had a microphone, and then he was about to speak until Shibata came out, and the crowd went. He had a mega pop when he came out there. Okay, Shibata came out there. He started punching the hell out of Kenta. Fans were just going big. The other Bullet Club members tried to save Kenta, but Shibata kept taking him out because Shibata hasn't wrestled in 2 years, and that's just due to injury and those headbutts. I believe if you remember, he did that headbutt in that match against Okada, I believe. And he had to stop wrestling for a while until he showed up. He showed up at the end of the G1 a few years ago, but then nowadays he's been mostly he's been training. He's been a trainer, especially at the Los Angeles dojo, like I mentioned earlier. But seeing him he was just coming back. I was like, is Shibata really back? And fans were really excited. This dude was like hitting kicks on Kenta and a big hesitation drop kick on him into the corner that looked big. And Shibata was just still beating the hell out of Kenta. Then he put him in a sleeper, and then he was going across the ropes, but Jado hit him in the back from behind with a kendo stick. Shibata didn't no sold it for a second, but Kenta put Shibata in a sleeper then, and then Jado hit him with the kendo stick then. Next thing, and the commentary said he's not an active competitor anymore. And Kenta kicked Shibata then. Next thing the Bullet Club just pretty much started jumping him in and stuff. But then as Kenta sat on top of Shibata, pretty much then he held up the 2 sweet sign, and they all did the 2 sweet sign. As Tama Tonga said on Twitter, there would be a new member of the Bullet Club, and Kenta has now joined the Bullet Club. As Kevin Kelly said that, Kenta was an ungrateful son of a bitch after everything Shibata did to even get him in this tournament to begin with. So, Kenta, Shibata got him in, but Kenta being a new member of the Bullet Club, I will say that. But, as Shibata got up, fans did cheer for him and everything, but, he was pissed off of what happened. I will say this about Kenta joining the Bullet Club, though. It is surprising. Now, I think throughout Kenta's whole run, though, ever since he's been back in New Japan, I don't think fans have accepted him. Because, to what I've learned is because he was a Noah guy, but he's in New Japan, so Noah fans hate him. Noah fans hated him then because he went to the WWE, and, that didn't work out well, as we all know that. Well, that was just I still said before, that was mostly due to injuries. I would say that was all WWE's fault. The guy just got hurt a lot. He just was injured, and they were booking him right in 205. It looked like, I don't know all of it, but then, he just ended up leaving. After being in WWE for 5 years and stuff. But him joining the Bullet Club, like I said first, did the Bullet Club meet a new member? I don't know, but he got massive heat out there for doing what he did, joining the Bullet Club and beating up Shibata. So it did work just for him, just getting just super heat. Okay, now do I think this will be a match with Shibata and Kenta sooner down the line? I don't know. Will they let Shibata back in the ring? That's what the thing is. And how long will they prolong that match for, until the next big event? Or will they wait till Wrestle Kingdom, for what I know? I don't know who he'll be going against. Maybe Ishii, supposedly, or maybe Shibata at Wrestle Kingdom. I don't know what it's going to happen with Kenta right now throughout this whole thing. But he got super heat out there for joining the Bullet Club and everything and turning, because fans already hated him. No fans didn't like him. New Japan fans didn't like him either. So go to a place to get, I guess, the most heat. Now, do I think there's enough members in Bullet Club as it is? Yeah, but this is a good addition. I will say that. I didn't expect Kenta, who was going to join anybody, to be honest. But yes, though, probably one of the biggest angles of the night. I will say, though, that's why I brought this up, about Kenta joining Bullet Club, though. I don't know, if the guy was in Noah before, and I already told the whole Noah thing. Some people say, why didn't they hate Ishimori like that? Or even Suzuki, I believe, at one point. But I don't know if Suzuki was already from New Japan, but they sent them to Noah anyways until he came back. But, some people actually thought he was going to join Suzuki-gun, which I wouldn't mind that either. But this was a big angle, though, still, to have Kenta join Bullet Club, though. Also on this show, though, Okada and Tanahashi. Tanahashi went against Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. The match was good, I will say that, but the biggest thing to take out of this was Suzuki actually, after they had a whole bunch of dodge finishers, Suzuki hit the got-style power driver, pinning Okada clean in the ring as Zack Sabre Jr. held a submission on Tanahashi. Pretty much after Suzuki told Okada, like, hey, I just pinned you clean. It sucks to be you because you just lost to a guy that wasn't even in the G1 tournament. Sucks, eh? And he pretty much told him that I want that IWGP Heavyweight Championship and that we're not going to be playing hide and seek because while everybody was doing their little summer vacation, my summer has just begun. Okay? Suzuki-gun, Ichiban. Pretty much I'm sure it's going to be a match with Okada and Suzuki soon enough. I heard it's going to be at the UK show at the Copper Box, and I believe it's going to be Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. for the Rev Pro British Heavyweight Championship, if I'm not mistaken also. But, I will say, like I said at the beginning of this whole thing, I found it was very strange that they didn't put Suzuki in the damn tournament, though. Don't get me wrong, I would have taken somebody out to put someone else in there, like Yano. Don't get me wrong, I like the Yano comedy stuff sometimes, but even I think that I was surprised they didn't put Suzuki in. Trust me, I wanted to see Suzuki versus Jon Moxley, okay? That shit would have been a barn burner. That would have been great. But I guess finally he's getting something out of this now, and I guess he's going to get a title shot next. So he did pin the champion clean. So he did what a lot of guys could not do in this entire tournament, except for Sonata and Ibushi. But yes, that is beat Suzuki clean, and not beat Suzuki clean, but beat Okada clean, and Suzuki wasn't even in the damn tournament. So I'm sure it'll be a great match whenever that happens. So we'll see from that. But as we get to the final part of the show, Kota Ibushi versus Jay White in the finals of the G1 tournament. Because first Jay White and Gato came out, but then they brought the rest of the Bullet Club with Kenta, the newest member. Red Shoes wasn't having it, so he threw out the rest of the Bullet Club members. They let Gato stay, but when he kind of interfered, Red Shoes threw him out. This was a great match, a fantastic match. I'm not going to go through every move in here and stuff, but wow, you want to talk about a lot of heel tactics in this match, focusing on Ibushi's leg. It was crazy, from the chair shots to Ibushi dodging with the dragon screw whip, especially kicking Gato's head off, which was pretty funny, but Jay got the half and half suplexes, or the sleeper suplexes, about two of them. He went for that brain buster thing, but when he tried to do the Blade Runner, it did not work. Ibushi hit him with a kick to the head as Jay tried to do the Blade Runner again. It did not work. So Ibushi pretty much hit with two V triggers. He hit him with the Nakamura's what is it? The Kinshasa or the Boomier kick, but he hit him with one Kamigoye. Jay White kicked out again. Ibushi hit one more Kamigoye for the win as he lowered his knee pad. Finally winning the G1 tournament. He was in the finals last year, but did not win. But I think it's because he still signed that contract I heard about months ago. That's why he won it here. As pretty much Romero and others celebrated Ibushi winning the tournament. Harold made the New Japan president hand him the trophy and the flag. As he pretty much got on the mic. He said this has been the most important month of his entire life. He could not be happier, and he's gonna tear up pro wrestling world, as we're all gonna do. We're gonna tear it up, and that his new era, New Japan, starts today. He thanked the fans, and he will see them next year in the finals of the G1 tournament. As he shook hands with everybody, he went to the back, and I know they had something in the back with him celebrating, but a great fucking match to this. I kind of figured Ibushi was gonna win. I was actually thinking Jay White was gonna win the damn thing. I really did. I really was starting to believe that, but it did not happen. I was starting to believe that, but I actually thought we were gonna get Bullet Club Big Widow. More Bullet Club was gonna come out and interfere, but I guess Gato and Jay White could not stop it. Ibushi winning. Personally, in the final 3 days of this tournament, though, I actually thought I was going to see Naito versus Ibushi again. I'm sure some fans are kind of tired of it, but hey, these guys got to go out there and kill each other like they did Dominion in their past other matches. I would have had no problem with it. I just wanted Naito to win the damn thing, to be honest. I actually thought he was going to beat Jay White, but they did do the whole story of him, getting his 6 wins to get to the finals of the G1 tournament. He got major heat out there, I still will say that. So I kind of figured Ibushi was going to win, though. Just because that he was in the finals last year against Tanahashi and did not win. So him winning this year would have been the thing. Now, if it was him and Naito at the end, I probably would have said Naito was going to win this damn thing, to be honest, okay? That's who I thought would have won it. Overall, though, throughout this entire month of the tournament, though, I have enjoyed the G1. I did watch everything all the way back from Dallas. You see me do a couple of reviews on this, but I've enjoyed several matches on this show. I've enjoyed Jon Moxley's time through this, especially his match with Ishii. Will Ospreay, who I would call one of the MVPs out of this whole tournament, especially in the A block. I know he didn't get a lot of wins, but he put on the best fucking matches on there a lot, too, and damn near everybody, especially with Okada. Go back and look at that one. Who else was in this tournament? I think Kenta's whole run, to be honest, was iffy with me. I thought his matches were good, but I didn't see it was great because thought it was crazy. They were pushing him to the freaking limit and stuff. That's what I thought was kind of crazy about that. But the only thing about weird with him and Mox is that they had him lose their last 4 or 5 matches, kind of straight in a row, which that was just a little bit strange to me. But I did enjoy it. And even him joining the Bullet Club now, that was a big thing from that. But yeah, though, this whole tournament, though, it's a long tournament. I'm not surprised I was able to keep up with everything, though. But like I said, there were things I did enjoy from there. There was a lot of newcomers, like I said, from Moxley to Ospreay to Shingo Takagi. It was a lot of really big things tournament. I think Lance Archer did really great because I saw a lot of people praising him for his matches, and he was way better. Say what you want about the Killer Elite Squad. I know I've seen the video about Davey Boy Smith why he left New Japan, but when you look at it, if he didn't leave New Japan, I don't think Lance Archer would be getting the push he's getting right now. He was getting during this whole G1 tournament. I know the point average ain't the best, but he did impress a lot of people in a lot of his matches, though, especially the kick off to the start of the thing. Dallas with Ospreay was good. So I think the tournament was great, and I think this was a great final for it. Like I said, I expected different. Don't get me wrong, my bracket got fucked up, and once again I lose because I put it all on Naito, which I almost got there again, but looks like I could not get to the finals, even win the whole thing again. So, soon enough, I'm still going with that whole double champion thing on him. No, it sounds biased, but hey, that's one of my favorites on there. But overall, very fun show, very fun tournament. I don't know. I know people already say, what's the king of the ring? Can they compete with G1? Not really, because the G1's a round robin style tournament, but we'll see anyways. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed it. It was a little hard keeping up with it from time to time, depending on what day it was. But you saw some very fun matches, a lot of great shit from here. Some of which you even could match of the year if you want to go on that point about it. I've also enjoyed the Zack Sabre Jr. Tantrums. Hell, I enjoyed Zack Sabre Jr. and Ospreay, to be honest. That's another match I would add to my list of ones I did like during this entire tournament. Shit, is there anything else I can add? I'm really trying to think else what I could say about it, because like I said, it's been a long tournament here, people. Excuse me, but yeah, that's my opinion of it, and like I said, just a lot of good stuff from the G1 and everyone that has been in the entire G1 ever since. Cobb also, I'm glad it didn't really... I know a lot of people said Jeff Cobb was going to get buried out there. I thought he did okay for what he did. I thought he had a couple good matches here and there, depending on who it was. But like I said, you saw a lot of newcomers, saw a lot of regulars in there. People like Taichi that is being into Okada and stuff. But overall, a great tournament, great ending, great show. Big angle with Kenta joining the Bullet Club, Shibata returning, and Kota Ibushi winning the entire G1 tournament. So right now, at this time, I guess it will be Kota Ibushi versus Okada in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, unless Okada loses that title or something happens during this timeline. But because Wrestle Kingdom is until January, so we got 5 or 6 months away from that right now. So right now, that is the main event set in stone as it is. But but things can change during the timeline of this. But we shall see. But overall, I enjoyed the tournament. I hope if anyone watched it, they enjoyed the G1 also. Like I said, long tournament, grueling tournament as they call it, but a lot of surprise and we'll see what's going on forward from here. I guess the next show will be the UK show. I don't know if it's gonna be live on New Japan World though. I heard Fight TV said they're doing it, but I'm surprised now New Japan World being live on the 31st of August later this month. But we will see what happens. But other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Comment, subscribe. Tell me what you thought about the G1 tournament. What was your favorite match out of this whole tournament? And tell me what you think about Ibushi winning the G1 and Kenta joining Bullet Club. But other than that, I'm out of here. I will see you guys later. Peace out.